Welcome to A History of Western Clothing Part 2. In this section, we will explore the following fashion eras: Empire, Romantic, Antebellum, Gilded Age, Gay 90s, Edwardian, Art Nouveau, Art Deco, Hollywood Glamour, Utility, the New Look, and Mod. Many women did not wear corsets during this time, but those who still did wore less restrictive types. Women's necklines, or décolletage, were lower in evening wear. The term empire waistline, one that lands right under the bust, comes from the dresses worn in this era. Men let their hair grow, and the wearing of wigs went out of fashion. Men were still wearing breeches, short pants that ended just below the knee, with formal attire, but new, long pantaloons with stirrups at the feet so they stayed tucked into boots were worn during daytime activities and especially when horseback riding. There was a reaction in post-revolutionary France against the stiffly boned corsets and brightly colored satins and other heavy fabrics that were in style in the ancient regime. And speaking of the French Revolution, we have a Napoleon Bonaparte to thank for buttons being added to the cuffs of men's jackets. Ever wonder why they're there? Napoleon had them added so his soldiers would stop wiping their noses on their sleeves. Napoleon's wife, Empress Josephine, was the greatest influence on women's fashion during this era. Her husband's obsession with Greek architecture and statuary created a trend of women wetting down their gowns to have them cling to their bodies like Grecian statues. French women were also infamous for wearing little to no undergarments under their day dresses. That, combined with the wet clothing, created an increase in the disease called consumption, or what we now call tuberculosis. Meanwhile, across the English Channel, a gentleman named Beau Brummel, friend of the future King George IV, established the mode of dress for men. He rejected the ornate fashions of the past. His look, imitated by many men in London society, consisted of dark coats, full-length pantaloons rather than knee breeches, and an immaculate shirt, washed every day with an elaborately knotted necktie called a cravat. His personal hygiene habits, such as fastidious attention to cleaning his teeth, shaving, and daily bathing, were also emulated by the upper echelons of polite society. He regarded regular bathing not only healthy, but fashionable. The next pages have costume renderings, photographs, and other visual representations of shows set in the Empire era. The videos for these shows are in the playlist after this video, so keep watching to see clips from the movie Emma, the play Arcadia, the TV show Sanditon, and the musical Natasha, Pierre, and the Great Comet of 1812, all of which have great examples of Empire costumes on stage and screen. Many designers turn to history for inspiration for their fashion collections. Silhouette, color palette, motifs, hemlines, textiles, and many other things can be incorporated into an outfit or into an entire fall or spring line. Here are a couple of examples of contemporary styles from well known or up and coming fashion designers that are inspired by this era. Keep watching to see the other videos in this playlist. Once you've finished, go to your school email account and look for an email with the subject heading HWC2 Empire Era Quiz. Open the form, answer the 5 questions. All the answers were in this video. When you're finished, submit the form and you can check your score, and then you're ready to move on to the next era, Romantic.